What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about what are DAOs, otherwise known as Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. Let's get into it. But before I jump into the content, again, I just completely revamped my website, bitcoinlockup.com. There is some very exciting stuff coming, and you can always preview my newest videos there before they hit YouTube or any other platform. There will also be some very bonus and exclusive content, some NFT drops, and some other hints that I'm going to be announcing shortly next year that will not be made available anywhere else. All right, let's dive in.
And here we go.
Welcome back. So again, let's dive into what is a DAO. You may have heard of the term DAO cropping up when it comes to discussing smart contracts or discussing the new trends that are around NFTs. You might have also heard about the controversy surrounding the DAO hack in 2016, which we will discuss later in this video. But let's start with the basics. What is a DAO? Or Decentralized Autonomous Organizations? They are code-driven organizations that their members collectively manage. It does not need any central authority to manage the business operations like a CEO or a CFO. It is completely unregulated, which means you do not need support or, for that matter, permission from the government to start or run a DAO. But you should also note that it is not lawless, as all the rules and regulations of the organization are written in a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain or soon other blockchains. A DAO is launched with a few million tokens, and each token is a vote. The token holders are in control of the organization, not any one individual or boardroom, not any government, and certainly not any other corporation. Members with the highest amount of governance tokens will have the highest votes. Members vote on the issues that crop up from time to time, and what's more interesting is that you are actually incentivized for doing so and participating. This helps reduce bureaucracy and eliminates moral conflicts. Every DAO token has a price, and it also has a use. Members with the tokens can take part in the decision-making process of the DAO, which includes employing different developers who are ready to take payments directly in cryptocurrency. Also, when a DAO makes a profit, it is evenly distributed among its members on a number of tokens held, very similar to dividends in stocks. That means that you have control of the whole organization and are also incentivized for making decisions and for each profitable decision. Everyone is equally incentivized. Clearly, this makes holding the DAO token much more valuable than any other type of token on the market, arguably. Now, you know what a DAO is and how holding a DAO token provides value. Now, let's see what some of the benefits are. First is obviously trust. When you plan to establish a business, you might constantly be worrying about getting cheated by your business partner or even by others. Even your CEO could embezzle funds, or your CFO might cook up the financial books, so to speak. With a DAO, you have to worry less about these things, as everything is fully transparent and every transaction is verified on the blockchain by all other computers loaded onto the system. The chain can easily reject any rogue transactions that are not authenticated. This makes a DAO an important part of the development of business as a whole. Independent from workforce, a DAO is hosted on a blockchain and will continue to function even if the entire workforce stops working on it. Shapeshift has been recently migrated from a centralized company to a DAO, utilizing their Fox token as governance, and it seems to be working flawlessly so far.
I killed you, Mr. Anderson. I watched you die. certain satisfaction, I might add.
The DAO will then actively recruit individuals who are open to contributing to the overall blockchain's development. The developers will be paid directly in the cryptocurrency, and they will also get a piece of the governance pie. This will make sure that they are loyal to its improvements and incentivized for its developments. This also allows tapping into a vast global talent pool, something of this scale that any organization has never achieved. It cannot be shut down. Governments cannot stop a DAO or even censor it for that matter. No single entity can. The members holding the token need to come together and vote in case any regulations need to be put in place. If it needs to be shut down or needs to be regulated, the government has to buy out the majority of the tokens from its members and then put it to a vote. Now, this is very unlikely, and this is what blockchain aimed to do in the first place. Decentralization of control, decentralization of members. By now, you know that a blockchain is not run from a single server or database, but is hosted by thousands of computers distributed worldwide. An entire continent might ban a particular blockchain, but the network will still keep working and operating without any human intervention. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Open source and investing and being a part of the DAO ecosystem is much more reliable than traditional businesses due to transparency. The DAO is open source software that can be accessed by anyone with a web browser. That basically means anyone can see the code and help improve. No organizational hierarchy. In traditional businesses, all of the decisions and the pain of the organization needs to be passed by a series of executives, and then those executives vote on it. Then the CEO makes sure that the decision is properly applied. Now, you might be wondering, damn, that's pretty slow. And you're also right. It is incredibly inefficient, and it also lacks the flexibility of a modern age business. But that's not what it's about. With its voting system, a DAO eases out all of these problems and can function independently within the framework of smart contracts. The members do not need to worry about the organization's day-to-day functioning. Here, fast and transparent decisions can be taken with just voting, for example, during the expansion of a business. A blockchain network can easily analyze the sale and the product stock of the store. Then the blockchain can take decisions and stock up according to the specific needs and the demands of the market. A DAO also has a major disadvantage like everything else. There are some cons, and it will be highly unfair if you do not mention them or if I really don't mention them. One of them is called bug fixing. You might be wondering, well, isn't a DAO an open source software? If so, then why the hell will it have issues with fixing bugs? We know that a DAO is based on smart contracts, which are known for being free from altering. It is a double-edged sword as developers cannot fix bugs easily due to votes. So, any changes to the code need to be passed by a memorandum, and a new code set has to be written and approved and agreed upon. Once the agreement is passed for migrating the funds to a new chain. Now, this vulnerability of the decentralized organization was manipulated by hackers, and a third of the money in terms of the DAO hack of Ethereum was valued at over $50 million, and it was siphoned off from that DAO hack of Ethereum. Now, since the DAO was built on the Ethereum blockchain, the Ethereum community debated and ultimately voted to place a hard fork on the chain and create the new Ethereum chain that we know as Ethereum or ETH today. And the other unforked chain, or the original chain, is what is known now as Ethereum Classic. And if you want to know what a hard fork is and what happens to your money or funds during a hard fork, comment below and I might even create a video on this. Now, grouping up groups of users with a huge number of tokens, they can come together, or a large corporation can accumulate a huge number of tokens and swing the overall decision-making process, also known as whales, over to their side pretty easily that way. This removes the power and all the funds from the hands of regular people like you and me and into the hands of such groups or organizations. As of right now, and if anything like that happens, no one can really stop it. Now, this is a major risk and a challenge that DAOs face today. Now, let us see some famous DAOs. One is an OG called Dash. This is an altcoin that was forked from the original Bitcoin code and protocol. The users who run this DAO are called masternodes. It is known for its swift governance structure, and 45% of profits go to the masternodes. The 10% is reserved for the governance budget. Now, that means that you get a piece of it when you take part in that decision-making process. Secondly is Augur. The Augur V2 also runs on the Ethereum chain, and it works as a decentralized prediction market, where you can place bets on sporting events or options or even insurance or who might win an election. What makes Augur stand out is that it works without the need of a trusted third party, and there is no risk of not getting paid when you win. It's all transparent. Augur also eliminates the need for a bookie, which might be safer. Thirdly is Constitution DAO. Now, if you're as deep into crypto and blockchain as I am, you've probably heard recently in the last few months about Constitution DAO. This DAO made headlines in November of 2021 for raising funds to purchase an original copy of the United States Constitution. Now, this was seen as a game changer as it brought DAOs into the mainstream media by showing how to run companies, allocate funds, and even use nonprofits using blockchain technology. Another one is known as Uniswap. Uniswap is, of course, a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange where most people who used it early got a nice airdrop. All of the transactions take place on the Ethereum blockchain through the use of smart contracts. All of the decision is taken by members with a governance token called Uni. Maybe you've heard of it. Now, you might be wondering that DAO is not fully autonomous and we still have to vote for major changes. But don't worry, because there will be an advancement in DAOs with the improvement of artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Now, as the cliche saying goes, the future is already here. With so many big firms and millions of users invested into blockchain and crypto, I think it's safe to say it's here to stay.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
It also has many benefits, and the DAO is definitely one of them. In my opinion, a DAO is the future of the world of business. So the choice now lies with you, whether you will fight this crypto revolution or stay behind and write it and be a part of the past. It really just depends on you. With that said, go ahead and click right here to watch my video on my deep dive into airdrops explained in the top right corner. I will see you guys in that video right now. Crypto Renegade out.